I am Will Scott. Welcome into Boston Celtics Today by Chat Sports, breaking down the latest Boston Celtics rumors. But first, I need your help because we're having a lot of battles right now with our Knicks channel. Sub battles, like battles. Right now, we're doing a likes battle. Go down, hit that thumbs up icon because right now we are trailing them by a couple hundred likes. And look, if every single person watching this video hits that thumbs up icon, we will pass the Knicks channel by the end of the day. Hit that thumbs up icon. You still have time. You still have time. Go down, like the video, please. We're trying to pass Knicks now on likes this week. And go down and subscribe as well because we're trying to pass them with subscribers as well. So let's break down this Jaylen Brown rumor. So I'm going to get to the rumor in a second, but just to kind of get y'all up to speed, of course, he was involved in a lot of Kevin Durant trade rumors. Thankfully, he did not get dealt for KD. KD staying put in Brooklyn, and now Jaylen Brown's in a situation where come October, he could sign a max extension with the Celtics, which can be up to $34 million per year. But if he waits another year to sign that extension, he can get closer to 40. So he might wait another year. But if he doesn't sign an extension, he's going to be a free agent in 2024. And Sean Deveney of Heavy.com thinks he knows where he might be headed. Here's what he said in the Heavy.com article. Recently, Sean Deveney of Heavy.com spoke to NBA executives around the league about teams that could try to pry Brown away from the Celtics next summer. One of the teams that he mentioned was the Atlanta Hawks, Brown's hometown team. So Jaylen Brown has been linked to the Atlanta Hawks. It was kind of trending on Twitter last week. Now we're in a situation where we're thinking, okay, is he going to get extended here in the short term, or is he going to become a free agent in 2024? I think a lot of Celtics fans might be nervous when they hear this rumor. Here's what Sean Deveney also said on Jaylen Brown to the Hawks rumors. It's no secret that Brown is a proud Atlanta native and drove back to the city to help lead protests during the post-George Floyd marches in the late spring of 2020. When he was on the verge of becoming a restricted free agent in 2019, the Hawks were primed to lure him back home. His commitment to Boston as a community has long been strong, and as a city, Atlanta might be the only place higher on his list. The Hawks would somehow have to shed Clint Capella's deal, which is $22.7 million in 2024-2025, or maybe pull off a move of John Collins to have space for a max contract, but they're not far off from being in position to make a run at Jaylen Brown. Let me ask you all this. Are you worried that the Hawks might steal Jaylen Brown away from the Boston Celtics? Type Y for yes or type N for no. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down, chime in. Are you worried that the Hawks might take Jaylen Brown away from Boston in 2 years when he's an unrestricted free agent if he doesn't sign an extension? So yeah, he was born and raised in the Atlanta area. It was Mr. Georgia basketball in 2015, so he loves Atlanta. He grew up there, and you got to think that he might have interest in returning to Atlanta if he had the opportunity in 2024. But I do want to make this clear. This is not a trade rumor. This is not saying that, Jaylen Brown might get traded to the Hawks. This is a rumor that he might sign with them in free agency in 2024, and it's really just speculation. I mean, Sean Deveney's just speculating. Now, he did talk to NBA executives in this article, and he was kind of asking their opinion, like, I think he asked them, who do you think is the biggest threat to steal Jaylen Brown? All of them said Atlanta, really for the sole reason of that just being where he's from. But look, we can't worry about what might happen 2 years from now. The time is now for the Boston Celtics. This is a team that just lost in 6 games in the NBA Finals to the Golden State Warriors. They were that close to winning a championship. They got better as a basketball team, adding Gallinari, and I know he's going to be hurt the first few weeks of the season, but he's going to be fully healthy a few weeks in. They add Malcolm Brogdon. That's really the piece you were missing last year, a backup point guard that can shoot the lights out. So I really like what the Celtics have done this offseason. They've definitely added some more depth. The time is now for the Celtics. We can't worry about, is JB going to leave as a free agent in 2024? That's 2 years away. The Celtics are literally going to have 19 rings by the time we're worrying about Jaylen Brown potentially leaving for Atlanta. This Celtics team is in prime position to win the NBA championship next year. And there's a rumor, multiple rumors, that JB loves Boston and wants to be in Boston. We've talked about that previously, that he's committed to Boston even though he was involved in KD trade rumors. He wants to be in Boston long term. I am very confident in that, and I think it's pretty likely that he signs a extension not in October, as we've talked about, but after this season, when he's a year away from being an unrestricted free agent in 2024, I think it's more likely then, because right now he can only get $34 million per year. Next year he can get a lot more than that if he waits another year to get extended. Do you think Jaylen Brown is going to stay on the Celtics past 2024? Type S for stay or type L for leave. Down in the comment section, go down, chime in, tell me what you think. Is Jaylen Brown staying in Beantown, or is he leaving? Could he be Atlanta bound? But I think the next 2 years are extremely important. And as I've said, you have to repair the relationship with Jaylen Brown. Let's say he is upset that he was involved in KD trade rumors. The number one goal, the number one objective for Brad Stevens needs to be repairing that relationship. And the Celtics win the NBA championship next year, he's going to completely forget that he was involved in KD trade rumors and might sign a max deal with the Celtics in 2023. But the next 2 years are very, very important to the future of the Celtics, because keep in mind, Tatum is a free agent in 2025. So let's say the Celtics kind of underachieve the next 2 years, don't win it all, and Jaylen Brown leaves in 24, then Tatum might leave in 25. So we obviously don't want to think about that again. Focus on now, not the future 2 or 3 years from now. But the next 2 years are very important for this basketball team. You love the Celtics, go down and like the video. Again, we're trying to win this likes battle with Knicks now. Hit that thumbs up icon if you're all about the C's. Let's get in this next story. So ESPN did a poll. They polled NBA coaches, executives, personnel about various topics around the league, and they like the Boston Celtics, because here was one poll. Who had the best NBA offseason? The Celtics came in first with 6 votes, the Sixers and the Jazz with 2 votes, and then the Clippers, Hawks, and Knicks each with 1 vote. I guess they kind of liked what the Sixers did with getting Harden back and bringing P.J. Tucker, and I guess they liked what the Jazz did, fleecing the T-Wolves and that Rudy Gobert trade. But the Celtics overwhelmingly had the best offseason. We know this because they got an absolute steal trading for Malcolm Brogdon. So you bring him in. You also sign Danilo Gallinari to a pretty team-friendly deal. J.D. Davison as well, Fiondu Kabengele, Bruno Caboclo, Noah Vonleh, Denzel Valentine being the latest addition on this basketball team. Kabengele, Caboclo, Vonleh, and Valentine are all competing for spots on this roster. Davison is on a 2-way contract, so he's going to be seen a little bit in Boston this year, but probably more in Maine, if we're being honest with the Maine Celtics. But what the Celtics did this offseason is very impressive. Here was the next poll. East champs. Who's going to win the East? It's actually a tie between the Bucks and the Celtics, each with 7 votes. The Sixers did not get any votes, worth noting. The Miami Heat had 1 vote. So they think the Bucks and the Celtics are the clear favorites to win the East. I think I would agree with that. NBA champs, Clippers, Bucks, Celtics, Warriors. The Clippers got the most votes in this poll. Do we think John Wall is 2014 John Wall? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, the Clippers are going to be good. I don't know about that good. Bucks, Celtics, Warriors got the remaining votes. Now, is Boston going to win the title in 2023? Type 1 for yes or type 2 for no down in the comment section.